It is 2:47 in the morning. The room is dark. You have not moved in over an hour. Your eyes are open. Your mind is running through something, a conversation, a bill, something someone said, or nothing at all, just the ceiling, just the weight of being awake when every part of you should be asleep. You went to bed at 10:30. You were genuinely tired, and then somewhere between the pillow and sleep something switched on inside you, a low hum, a quiet current running through your chest with no off switch. You shifted, you counted backward, you got up, drank water, came back, stared at the ceiling again. Sleep finally came after 4 And by 6:30, the light came through the curtains, and that was it. You have tried melatonin, magnesium, white noise, blackout curtains, chamomile tea. Nothing works consistently. Some nights are fine. Most are not. Here is what nobody has told you. What you are experiencing is not insomnia, at least not in most cases. It is a nervous system that has forgotten how to switch off. And the reason your supplements are not working, the reason your sleep hygiene routine is not working, is simple. They are aimed at the wrong target. The target is not your brain, it is your breath. Before we go further, one important note. If you stop breathing during sleep, if someone has told you that you snore loudly or gasp for air, that is sleep apnea and requires a sleep study. If you wake with chest pain or a racing heart above 100 beats per minute, call emergency services immediately. If none of that applies to you, keep watching. This is for you. Your nervous system has two branches. The sympathetic system, the accelerator, designed for danger. When it fires, your heart rate climbs, cortisol floods your body, and your brain enters high alert mode. Useful in a real emergency, catastrophic at midnight for no reason. The second branch is the parasympathetic system, the brake. Rest and repair mode. When it takes over, your heart rate drops, your blood pressure falls, and your brain begins moving into deep sleep. Real restorative sleep is only possible when this system is in control. Here is the problem. After years of chronic stress, work, financial pressure, health anxiety, the news, the noise, the accelerator has become your default setting. Your nervous system has been conditioned to run hot. And at night, when there is nothing left to distract it, it runs completely unopposed. Melatonin tells your brain it is dark outside. Your brain already knew that. Chamomile tea relaxes your muscles slightly. But neither one touches the sympathetic nervous system. Neither one reaches the actual switch. There is one structure in your body with direct access to both branches simultaneously, the vagus nerve. It runs from the base of your brain all the way down through your chest and into your abdomen. It governs your heart rate, your breathing, and the balance between your two nervous system modes. You cannot consciously reach your vagus nerve. You cannot think your way to it. But you can influence it through one thing, your breath. Breathing is the only automatic function your body performs that you can also consciously control. And when you exhale slowly and completely, your heart rate drops every single time without exception. This is called respiratory sinus arrhythmia. The longer your exhale, the stronger the signal to your vagus nerve, and the harder the brake applies to your sympathetic system. There is one more thing almost no sleep discussion covers. Carbon dioxide in your bloodstream acts as a signal that triggers the urge to breathe. In people who breathe rapidly and shallowly under chronic stress, CO2 levels stay chronically low. The brain becomes oversensitive. It starts treating the natural CO2 rise that happens during sleep onset as a threat. You jolt awake just as you are drifting off. Adrenaline spikes. The cycle restarts. This is not anxiety. This is a calibration error in a specific reflex. And it can be corrected within 3 to 4 weeks of consistent practice. Quick self-test. Take a normal breath in, exhale normally, then hold and count until you feel the first real urge to inhale. Below 20 seconds means low CO2 tolerance. Most people with sleep complaints score below 20. Let me tell you about Dorothy, 68 years old, retired teacher, had not slept more than 4 consecutive hours in 2 years. She had tried everything, consistent bedtime, no screens, no late caffeine, weighted blanket, white noise. Nothing worked reliably. When her breathing patterns were examined alongside her sleep, the picture changed completely. Dorothy was a shallow chest breather. She held her breath without realizing it while reading the news. Her CO2 tolerance test came back at 14 seconds. Her body was in a continuous low-grade state of physiological alarm every hour of every day, including the hours she was trying to sleep. Nobody had ever asked about her breathing. They had treated the symptom. The mechanism had never been touched. What Dorothy was given was not a pill. It was a simple sequenced breathing protocol built around one core tool, the 4-7-8 breath. Every morning before you reach for your phone, do 4 cycles of this. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold gently for 7. Exhale completely through your mouth for 8. 4 cycles, roughly 2 minutes. You are setting your nervous system's tone before the day can set it for you. During the day, set an alarm every 90 minutes. When it sounds, take 1 full diaphragmatic breath, belly rises, not chest, and exhale completely, once. That is the entire daytime practice. Cut caffeine after 1 in the afternoon. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 7 hours in most adults over 60. A coffee at $3 still has half its stimulant load in your bloodstream at 8 hours in the evening. That is arithmetic, not opinion. Finish eating at least 2 hours before your target sleep time. An active digestive system is biologically incompatible with deep sleep onset. 1 hour before bed, dim every light in your space. No new information, no news, no difficult conversations, no planning. If thoughts about tomorrow arise, write 2 sentences on a notepad and set it down. Writing externalizes the thought. Your brain stops holding it. 15 minutes before sleep, lie flat. 1 hand on your chest, 1 on your belly. Inhale through your nose for 4. Your belly should rise, not your chest. Hold for 7, relaxed, not tense. Exhale through your mouth for 8. Audible. Complete. As if you are pressing the last bit of air from the bottom of your lungs. 8 full cycles, approximately 4 minutes. Within 2 or 3 cycles, you will feel your heart rate settle, a slight heaviness in your limbs, thoughts beginning to slow. That is the parasympathetic system engaging. That is the brake activating. You are not imagining it. After 8 cycles, do not check your phone. Do not look at the time. Roll to your side and let the process continue. If thoughts return, return to the exhale, just the length and completeness of the out-breath. The exhale is the anchor. If you wake in the night, do not turn on a light. Do not check the time. Lie still. Find the exhale. 4 cycles of 4-7-8 before anything else. Dorothy started on a Tuesday. By Friday, she said almost nothing felt different, except that she was breathing differently. By the following Thursday, she had slept 5.5 uninterrupted hours, the most in 2 years. 6 weeks later, she was consistently sleeping 6 to 7 hours. Her CO2 tolerance test at 8 weeks came back at 31 seconds. Her nervous system had recalibrated, not through medication, through the one input it had been missing. Here is what you do starting tonight. 1. Before touching your phone tomorrow morning, do 4 cycles of 4-7-8. Write the numbers on a sticky note and put it on your phone screen tonight. 2. Set a 90-minute alarm during the day, 1 full belly breath when it fires, then continue your day. 3. Finish eating 2 hours before bed tonight. 4. Dim your lights 1 hour before sleep. No new information. 5. Do 8 cycles of 4-7-8 lying flat, 15 minutes before sleep. Do this for 14 consecutive days without judging whether it is working. A nervous system that has been running hot for years does not reset in 3 nights. It resets through consistent repetition over 2 to 4 weeks. Your vagus nerve is not damaged. Your CO2 reflex is not broken. They are undertrained. 2 minutes a day, applied consistently at the right moments, begins rebuilding what years of stress and shallow breathing have worn down. The tool is free, no prescription, no appointment. Just the understanding of how the switch actually works and the discipline to use it. How old are you? Drop it in the comments. Sleep disruption at 58 is driven by different mechanisms than sleep disruption at 74. Want to know who is here because it shapes exactly what comes next.